Hey everybody, Sniper69 here. I've been playing World of Warships for a while now, and one of the key concerns that a lot of people raise is this game pay to win? And if it is, um, how can I pay to win for as cheap as possible? Now, the game isn't really pay to win, it's mostly pay to progress. And it can be costly to purchase some of the in-game ships and items and things like that. For example, in Australia, the Otago, when I bought it, was around $64 just for the ship and a port slot from the store, and I made the mistake of purchasing it from the store. Um, Whereas buying cheap SIM cards and purchasing doubloons and paying from the tech tree would have been a lot cheaper. Now, through my trawling of Reddit and answering people's posts and posting up stuff myself, some people have asked me throughout the over the last few months how to pay using your SIM card, so like your phone credit, sorry, to purchase doubloons in order to purchase your ships or purchase your port slots or premium time or captain retraining or whatever. And I decided to make a small video about it so that all of you guys who might want to put a little bit of money into the game but not too much can reap the benefits. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing to do is to actually check if your local, your region's premium shop can even accept paying for doubloons via phone credit or your SIM card. And the way you check that is by hopping over to your Wargaming premium shop. So just type in my case, asia.wargaming.net/shop, I guess. And the first thing you should see is purchase doubloons via online payment. Now, you don't want to click these because you actually have to use a credit card or PayPal or debit card or whatever to pay for these. This is not what you want to do. So if you scroll it down a little bit, you should see a section saying purchase via mobile payment. That's what you want to use to pay for your doubloons via your phone credit or SIM card. And there are three options available. So you can purchase $970 for $6.60, 570 doubloons for $4, or 420 doubloons for $3. Now, the amount of doubloons and the price should vary by region. Unfortunately, I haven't checked other regions since I only play on the Asian server, and my currency is Australian. However, if you want to purchase doubloons via mobile credit, this is the first thing that you need to check, that you can actually even pay for these pay for the doubloons using your credit. So the next step after you've checked that you can actually use phone credit to purchase doubloons is to actually buy some cheap discounted SIM cards. Now, your telephone providers will vary from different countries, but in Australia, the major telephone providers are Optus, Vodafone, Telstra, and some of the smaller providers include MASIM, Lebara, Leica Mobile, and whatever. So the thing is, how do I quickly check if some of these SIM cards are on sale? Now, you can either go onto the websites of Kmart, Telstra as well, Big W, Target, and check each individual store. This is something that you might have to do overseas in your own country, because in Australia there is actually a nice website called ozbargain.com.au, which a lot of people put up a lot of technology or deals and things like that, a lot of discounts. So on ozbargain.com.au, there's a little search bar where you can actually type in the name of these SIM cards. So, or you can just type in the company, the telephone company. So in this case, if I type in Optus into the search bar, under the products, I'll see three SIM starter kits: a $10 SIM starter kit, a $30, and a $40. And you just check all three. So I'm gonna check the $10 SIM starter kit, and it says from the third option down that I can purchase a Optus $10 starter kit for $1 at 7-Eleven. And so I went out to 7-Eleven and I bought 6 of these. And I'll probably head back and buy some more. So after purchasing your cheap discounted SIM cards, the next step is to activate your SIM cards. So you just need to follow the instructions that are usually on the back um, of your SIM card. In this case, I had to go to optus.com.au/activate. I filled in my details um, and I strongly recommend that you write down the number that you selected for your SIM card onto the actual um, credit card sized SIM card holder, so that if you have many of these SIM cards, you don't actually lose track of your numbers. And it can be quite handy because on the back is often the um, SIM card identification number, which you can match to the actual SIM card that you've put into your phone. The next point of concern is actually choosing the correct plan for you to access, in this case, the $10 worth of credit on your SIM card. So for Optus, there are three options of choosing your SIM cards, choosing the plan for your SIM card. Now, the thing is, when you're purchasing off the Doubloon store or the premium shop, sorry, you want to actually have credit on your phone. You don't want to use any sort of plan that has some included value, because what happens is that your $10 actually gets converted to a month-long plan, and you actually lose that $10 of credit. So what you want to do is not select My Prepaid Ultimate, but instead you'd rather want to pick the My Prepaid Long Expiry plan, which gives you straight up $10 worth of credit, and you get charged, for each call you make, every text you send, and things like that. And that's the plan that you want to select. So the next step is you can actually take out the SIM card out of the SIM card holder now, and place it into or insert it into your phone. And then you can actually head back to the premium, the Wargaming premium shop, and head back to your purchase via mobile payment section. Now, depending on the SIM card and depending on the plan, you may actually get charged for sending the reply confirmation text when you purchase via mobile payment. So while we do have $10 worth of credit, and it's very tempting to purchase the two of the $3 packages and one of the $4 packages for a total of around 1,400 doubloons. In actuality, it's actually going to cost maybe $11, including the 3 texts that we have to send back to, in this case, PayPal to confirm the payment. So while it is very tempting to purchase that, it's probably not the best way to maximize your credits. It all depends on your plan. It all depends on the SIM card, if they allow free text or not. So in this case, you could probably go for the $970 doubloon package for $6.60, and maybe try your luck with the add the 420 doubloon to it. But I haven't experimented, but it's probably best to keep safe and just purchase 2 of the $4 570 doubloon. And so you get a total of 1,140 doubloons. So basically, it's 1,000 doubloons for $1 Australian, which is far better than purchasing doubloons straight from the store. Which I think, if I check, 500 doubloons costs $3 Australian if I purchase with my credit card. So this is a hell of a lot cheaper than purchasing it straight up from the store. So now that we've activated our SIM card, and it's ready to go in our phone, we can click on the Pay by SMS or Pay by Mobile option, click it twice, log into your account, and then type in the phone number into the PayPal mobile payment screen. And once you've typed in the number and pressed OK, you'll receive a text onto your phone to confirm the payment. You just type in OK and send it back. I actually checked, and it cost me 25 cents to send that reply text. So in that case, spending, the buying 2 of the $3 packages and 1 of the $4 packages would have cost me $10.75, which I could not have paid for, and I would not have been able to pay for purchasing the $6.60 package and the $3 package, which would cost an additional 50 cents and be above the $10. So play it safe, and purchase what's within the amount of credit you have. And unfortunately, some credit will go to waste, but it's still a lot cheaper than purchasing doubloons straight up from the store. So now that I've bought the package twice, we can actually check how much doubloons I have back in World of Warships. So as you can see, I've been credited my doubloons. I've received the 570 doubloons twice. So now I initially had 115 doubloons, now I've got 1255. And I can spend these 1255 doubloons on whatever I want. So if it's captain retraining, if it's captain respecking, port slots, premium time, if I want free experience. So literally $1 Australian is 25,000 free experience. And $1 Australian, so let me check the credit exchange. So $1 Australian was 1.7 million credits. So if you're short on credits and you don't want to spend too much money on a premium ship and you're short on time or whatever, and you can get your hands on like one of these cheap SIM cards like these, you can pretty much, pay for whatever you want, and not really feel the strain on your wallet, which Wargaming would like you to feel, but you don't have to. So in the end, you win because you get the stuff that you want in World of Warships. Wargaming wins because they still get the money, and the Telethon company wins because they sell they sell their SIM cards. So it's a win-win-win for everybody. And if you do feel that that you do want a bit of an advantage in the game, and you want some more credits, or you want some free experience, or you want your port slots, or you can't be bothered to retrain your 19-point Zhao captain or whatever, this is definitely something that you can do in order to purchase what you want. And that's about it from me. I have heard recently that there is a way to actually buy stuff from the actual premium shop using phone credits, your SIM credit, sorry, and that's by converting your SIM credit to mole points. I have had a small look into it, but what I found is that mole points tends to half your credit value. So if you had, let's say, $30 of phone credit, if you convert to mole points, you end up with $15. So you lose half your value. So if you bought that SIM card for $15, you've got $15 in mole credits, which is not much of a what do you call it, like a discount. So what do you need to do is get credit cards which are heavily discounted. So for example, getting these $10 SIM cards for $1 is something that you could look into if you wanted to buy directly from the premium shop. So there's like a special ship that you're after, or some sort of package, flag packages, or doubloon and premium time and credit package that you want, then you can purchase it with mole points. Another example is last year I purchased 8 $30 SIM cards for $5 each, and I ended up using some of them for RuneScape, some of them on World of Warships. I could have actually used them for mole points and bought premium ships directly from the store, but I didn't know about it back then. And this method of purchasing stuff using discounted SIM cards can be used on many other games which have SMS mobile payments, such as RuneScape that I know of. Unfortunately, you can't really do this on Steam. I think you can convert to mole points or something and then purchase with that on Steam, but that's it's kind of risky, it's kind of dodgy, and Steam is not the most consumer-friendly service provider, gaming provider at the moment. So that's about it from me. And good luck with your purchases. To give you an example of how cheap these things can go, I'm planning to buying another 10 of these SIM cards, so you end up with 16,000 doubloons, and I can buy a Kutuzov for 10,000 doubloons. So I literally bought a Kutuzov, which is I think $60 in the premium store, for $10 Australian dollars. And that's how ridiculously cheap you can buy these high tier premiums, or whatever you want. Unfortunately, you won't get the port slot that you would get from the premium store, so you need to drop a bit more onto purchasing a port slot for the Kutuzov, and you won't be able to buy premium shop exclusive ships. So things like the Indianapolis, which came up, the Scharnhorst, which was recently released, and the Dunkirk, which was released I think a few days ago for the C server. You won't be able to purchase them directly from the tech tree until they get put onto the tech tree. So if there's certain special ships that you're after, like the Prince Eugen, you're good luck purchasing them with doubloons. You might have some luck purchasing them with mole points, but for those special kind of ships, it's probably best to fork out your wallet, which is not something that a lot of people would like to do. So anyway, best of luck to everybody who decided to listen in, and good luck in World of Warships, and hopefully I'll see some of you around in game.